There was a season, and listen, I'm not proud of this, but where I started bracing for Mondays on Sunday nights. I don't know if you can relate to that, right? The week hadn't even started, and I was already losing it, right? Not on the calendar, but just in my head. And if I'm being honest, I was I was thinking about it. I just wasn't acting on it, right? You've ever done that? You ever spent the whole evening worried about the thing you weren't actually planning to do anything about? Yeah, well, me too. But stick with me because I'm going to give you a principle of practice and a movement that if you'll just do it, it can change every Monday from here forward. And yes, today counts. You guys, welcome to the Kingdom Family Movement podcast. I'm your host, Sam Velasquez. And if you are tuning in for the first time, welcome home. This is a show committed to restoring God's original intent to reignite the marriage, align the family, and restore the home. For sure. Okay, you're hearing me on a Monday now. It's a new rhythm, but it's the same mission, right? The KFM 111 weekly email is going to drop the same morning, so you'll get both. It's going to be awesome. You're going to get both of them in your hands by the time the week starts moving. The links will all be in the show notes as usual. And hey, do me a favor. If this episode lands for you today, if it hits you in some capacity, it triggers you to think about maybe someone you know, a friend, send it to them. Another couple, send it to them. That's how this thing grows, and it's how it works. And before we get into it, I want to paint a little bit of a backdrop, okay? So let me back up and tell you kind of the rest of that story, right? Sunday nights at our house, right, used to look like peace, right? Our kids were going through the evening routines, things were winding down, my wife and I, the house is finally getting quiet. You would think that'd be peace, but it wasn't. It was, for me anyways, the start of like anxiety. My mind would just start racing. I would be thinking about Monday meetings, calls, to-do lists, the kids' schedules, emails that I still had to read or get to or respond to, right? The Monday morning that hadn't even happened yet, but somehow was already winning. Think about that. And every night, every Sunday night, I'd tell myself, okay, nope, don't do that. This Monday's going to be different. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to read. I'm going to pray. I'm going to lead my home. And then, if I'm being honest, Monday alarm would go off and boom, my phone is in my hand before my feet even hit the floor. Partly because my alarm is on my phone, so I pick it up instinctually, but still. And then I'm reactive from minute to minute, from one to the next. And before I know it, my kids are getting up and my voice and my tone is sharp with them. And it's barely 8 o'clock and I already feel like I'm behind because I was not productive enough and my anxiety and mind is racing again. It's kind of silly. Okay. But I believe you can relate to that. I'm 43 years old. So if I'm doing the math, I've been married essentially 18 years. And if I'm being honest and not proud of it necessarily, a good 14 years of that 18 years were just a bunch of Sunday night promises I didn't keep to myself. That's a lot of unsigned contracts, you guys. But here's what I want you to hear. I was thinking about Mondays. I just wasn't acting on them. And there's a massive difference between those two, right? The gap between thinking and acting, that's where my marriage and my home were paying the price. But now here's what's different, right? Here's what changed. And listen, I didn't read this in a book, by the way. I didn't get it from a podcast. And my wife and I just got tired, and me specifically, of losing the same week over and over. So now, almost every morning at 6 to 6:15 a.m., somewhere in between there, it fluctuates, but we pray. 5 to 10 minutes, for us, it's in our big oversized love seat. It's really a love seat for two, or it's an armchair that's basically for two. I don't know how to describe it, but it's huge, and I love that chair. And it's where I spend most of my morning between 5 and 8 a.m., to be quite honest. But we started for 5 to 10 minutes, just the two of us. And listen, it's not long. It's not loud. It's not a whole worship service. We just invite God in. We cover our day, our family, our home. That's it. And here's the part I want you to hear. It's not magic. It's not a magic pill. The week is still going to be the week. The kids are still going to lose a shoe or their temper, or in my case, their minds. Somebody's still going to forget the thing. But I'm different walking into it. She's different walking into it. And I'm not going to sit here and say we're perfect, because we're not. We miss days. My wife will tell you, we miss days. But the rhythm is what changed. We stopped trying to win Monday alone and then started inviting God into it. And hey, I know not everybody listening is married. I get that. But the move isn't about marriage. It's about who you let into your Monday morning before the world does. That's what it's about. Let me reframe this a little bit for you. Here's the thing. Most of us don't have a time problem. We have a Monday problem. And until that gets fixed, or in my case, it was a Sunday night problem, that translated into a Monday problem. But until that gets fixed, no Tuesday or no Wednesday or Thursday is going to save you or me. It's not your week. It's not your workload. It's your Monday. It's your mindset. Listen, there's a phrase that's been chasing me lately, and it's this: thinking about it isn't acting on it, right? And I've lived that gap for years and many times before. I had the desire, I had the principle, I had the values, I just didn't have the move. That's the gap that wrecks most homes. Not bad intentions, just unbuilt habits, you guys. The big principle is this. So here's what I want you to hear today. Monday is not the start of work. Monday is the start of identity in motion. You see, what you decide before 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 9, whenever it is for you, right? What you decide before that time when you wake up Monday decides what you have left for your family by 9 p.m. Friday. I'm going to say it again because this changed me. Monday is not the start of work. Monday is the start of identity in motion. You know what Lamentations 3 says? His mercies are new every morning. Not new every Friday, not new every Sunday at church, new every morning. I'm so grateful for that. I love the fact that his mercies are new every morning. Every single day is a new day. We get a fresh start, including Monday, especially Monday. So let me give you what I came here to give you: the principle, the practice, and the movement for this week. The principle is this, said a little bit different, but Monday isn't the start of the week. Monday is the start of who you are in the week. What you decide before the world starts pulling on you, that's what you bring to your wife, your kids, your work, and your whole week. And what you don't decide on purpose, the world is going to decide for you. So make the decision. The practice you can start, very simple. 5 to 10 minutes Monday morning. Okay, before the phone, before the inbox, before the first kids yell from upstairs. If you're married, do it with your spouse. If not, do it with yourself. And let me be honest about something, you guys. Let me let you in on a little secret about our practice, because I don't want anyone falling into the trap of perfection. Okay, when you practice, listen, I wake up at 5 a.m. I wake up roughly 25 minutes before my wife. Okay, I have a morning routine, just myself, and then she gets up, she gets ready kind of for the work day, she gets her computer up and going. But my point is this: we don't just immediately jump into it. Okay, but by 6 a.m., 6:15ish, we pause, we stop, and we put it into practice. We take 5 to 10 minutes and we pray every morning, starting on Mondays. Okay, so again, if you're married, do it with your spouse. If not, do it with yourself, and find that place that works for you. For us, It's the big oversized armchair. It's essentially like a big love seat. I love that thing. And then pray together. Cover three things: your day, your family, your home. Again, if you're not married, your day, yourself, your home. It's that easy. Get to your Monday before your Monday gets to you. So how are you going to put this into action? What's the movement, Sam? What do we do? Well, here's the movement. This week, do it once. That's it. Just this Monday, starting now, or at least by tomorrow. And I'm not asking you to start a 90-day discipline. That's wonderful. I'm asking you, though, however, to start tomorrow morning with one prayer, 5 minutes, with your spouse, if you've got one, with God, either way. Hey, and I don't say this lightly. I don't. If you and your spouse haven't prayed together in a while, it's going to feel awkward maybe. And I don't know that it's supposed to, but probably because it hasn't been practiced, it may feel awkward. And that's totally fine. Do it anyway. I know the feeling. I remember when we started this routine and trying to get into this rhythm 3 years ago, 4 years ago, however long it's been. Okay. Do it anyway. Let me land this plane. Okay. Let me bring it home for us. Okay. Mondays used to own me. Now I'm trying to lead them. Not I'm trying, I am leading them. Okay. The difference wasn't a tactic. It was a position, a mindset. I stopped showing up reactive and started showing up with my wife, with God, on purpose, 5 to 10 minutes every single morning, early, right at the beginning of the day. Here's the charge I'm going to give you. You don't need a perfect Monday. Perfection's overrated. Okay. So you don't need a perfect Monday. You need a present one. Show up to your own life and your wife's life, or spouse's life, and your kids' lives before the world makes you react to them. Your marriage is worth the 5 minutes. Your family is worth the 5 minutes. Your home is worth the 5 minutes. And here's the question I want you to sit with today. What does your Monday morning say you actually believe about this week? I'll say it one more time. What does your Monday morning say you actually believe about this week? If this hits you, do me a favor, send it to another couple, send it to a friend. Don't sit on it. They need to hear it. Follow, subscribe, leave a review. It's how we grow. It's free, and it actually matters. And as always, hey, sign up for the free KFM 111 weekly reset email. It's sent to your inbox every morning at the same time these podcasts launch. Get it? New episodes plus new email every Monday morning. Okay? Built to be done together. And lastly, if you and or your spouse are ready to have a real conversation about leading your home together, there's a free coaching call link below. No pressure, no pitch, just a conversation. You guys, as always, I'm Sam Velasquez with the Kingdom Family Movement Podcast, and we will see you on the other side. Peace.